Now, to contrast with the opening section about the city men and their repulsiveness, we're taken to completely the opposite extreme. If the city men are probably like the richest men we've seen, this is probably the poorest group of people that we have seen. We're in a particular area. It's important to notice Scrooge has never been there, but he recognises it and its reputation. Again, a place where he will keep clear of. But then this description is very significant. The alleyways are described as foul and narrow, shops and houses wretched, people half naked, drunken, slipshod and ugly, alleys and archways like so many cesspools, discouraging their offence of smell and dirt and life on the straggling streets, on the whole quarter reeked with crime, with filth and misery. Quite a few triplets in there to make the point of how essentially the place is like the men previously. Not necessarily the people. I know it mentions that the people are ugly, but it's and drunken. It's suggesting it's a part of what's going on there. But the place itself is as repulsive as them, as though it's partly their fault and partly their influence upon it. We go into a specific old house, though, where we meet this character, Old Joe, in his shop. He's described originally as a grey-haired rascal who's nearly 70. Now, 70 is pretty old, isn't it, for the period that we're talking about? Which kind of suggests, grey-haired rascal is kind of like a bit of a affectionate term. He's not described anywhere near as unpleasantly as those rich men around him. He's just making his way and surviving more. He's surrounded by horrible things. Mountains of unseen rags, masses of fat, corrupted and on the floor, and sepulchres of bones. He's surrounded by ugliness. But it's seen as, I suppose, just a necessity. He's surrounded by because he's not necessarily himself. In fact, he is smoking his pipe in all the luxury of calm retirement. We get a bunch of people in who are coming in to clearly sell him things. This is what he does. He buys and sells, obviously, in this place, things that are pretty poor, pretty unpleasant. What it comes clear is that the people he's got here are pretty confident in themselves and pretty desperate. There's a woman with a bundle, throws her bundle on the floor, looks with a bold defiance at the other two. That kind of confidence and personality and strength that these people are being shown to have. It becomes clear that basically they've taken things from a dead man. They've scavenged, essentially. It's not really stealing because it didn't belong to him by that point. The woman who with the bundle, who doesn't get a name here, it's not Mrs. Dill, but it's the other one here, who seems the main figure here, makes the point that it's his fault. There'd be somebody looking out for him otherwise. And Mrs. Dilber agrees. So they carry on showing all these things that they've plundered from his bedroom. There's obviously Scrooge's bedroom, as we know, and they get paid for it. It builds in quality. Joe's got a few like odds and ends around there. Mrs. Dilber's got sheets and towels, some silver teaspoons, sugar tongs, and a few things she's taken from the room. But what becomes important is that essentially it's the woman with the bundle who has gone a step further, where Joe is even shocked by it. She's taken the blankets off the bed. She's taken the bed curtains down from around the bed. Joe, again, always replies with a slightly shocked response. She's taken even the shirt off the back of the dead person's body. Replaced it with another shirt, but her point is it's too nice a shirt. As she says here, it's the best he had and a fine one too. And the point she makes is they'd have wasted it if it hadn't been for me. That's a very practical approach. And I think this is the point. Even though we see that Scrooge is disgusted by this down the bottom, listening to this in horror, I suppose because he's introduced this, what we're really seeing is that this is just people surviving in a difficult situation. That's all they are. They're laughing. We've seen the laughing many, many times before. But it summed up really the point by that woman again, making the same point, the woman with the bundle. He frightened everyone away from him when he was alive to profit us when he was dead. We've gained because of him and his behaviour. The responsibility is placed squarely on him.